I didn't realize my mic was off. Hi, everybody. I am so sorry that I've been missing. I'm going to get into why that is in a second. Also, if you hear background noise, my dog is here, and he's just staring at me. Now he's up. Can you go sit, please? Hold on. Okay, but thank you all for being here. Kayla brings Briley. Hi, Briley. Happy Pokemon hello from the Netherlands. Oh my goodness, hello. We have a lot to talk about today. Initially, I was just going to discuss the whole Barbie award season mistreatment, snub, slander situations between the Emmys and the Golden Globes and the Oscars now, but for anyone who's not in the loop kind of regarding celebrity things, Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj have been going at it for the past, well, really, it started a while ago, but it started recently. Loop us up, please. It started with Megan making a diss track at Nicki for all the little jabs that Nicki's been throwing at her. And then Nicki has been kind of on a mental spiral down for the past 3 days, which as a former Barb now, unfortunately, has been very interesting to see. Hello, beautiful gem. Oh, thank you. I'm totally not in the loop. I live in a cave on the moon under a rock. Please. Nicki needs to grow up. Nicki's just been tweaking out. She has, which is very crazy considering her age, 41. But before I get into that, I'll explain this to whoever's here, and then whoever comes in later, I can briefly share, and then, we can get in, or they can, go back and watch the VOD, whatever they please. But before I get into, she's in her Mills era. Oh my goodness. Before I get into kind of the personal life updates, does the sound, is everything okay? Is the music too loud? Am I too loud? Rosie! Hi, Rosie. Hello. How are you? Welcome in. I will not forget your link, baby girl. Is the audio good? Does everything sound okay? Does everything sound fresh? It's all very sparkly and chill. The voice of an angel. Stop it! You stop. I can't take compliments. Okay, so first and foremost, before I get into kind of why I've been missing a little bit, to explain why we're still looking for a map, to explain that, I'm looking for a very particular map where the resident services is very much to the left and kind of up away from the airport because of the build that I want to have. I love you too. Happy Pokemon. Thank you. And so that's kind of why I've been very picky about my map. The villagers I'm not too picky about because I intend to get, rid of the starting villagers. As long as it's not like someone I have personal beef with in Animal Crossing, then that's a problem. But that's kind of what we're looking for, because I am going to try to not replicate, but kind of remake, using a lot of 2.0 items, my very first island, which was Fairy Core. But to get into kind of why I've been a bit missing. Katie, hello. How was the crab dinner? I didn't end up going to it yesterday. We ended up moving it to Sunday because my friend ended up having a family emergency and she had to cancel. But my girl Monique, hey girl, if you're watching this, love you. We're gonna go get crab on Sunday, and I'm very excited because I love eating crab. It's very much girl dinner, and it makes me happy. But I hope you're well, Katie. I've only now realized you're also my favorite mod. Oh, thank you. You've seen me in other. I do mod for a lot of people. I do mod for a lot of people. I don't think I could remember off the top of my head Who? I just know because I get a ping as a mod, like, hey, you need to come and do your due diligence. And so I go and I do it. But thank you. I really appreciate that. You're very sweet. But to kind of get into, I do a lot by choice. It's by choice. Oh, really? Yes. Hi. How are you? Thank you. My PNG tuber is actually by my lovely friend _𝐿𝐳. She kills it at PNG tubers. She makes them so interactive and so cute. And she adds personal details, which I will have y'all know. I don't know if it'll make a sound, but let me see. That was a Dr. Pepper. I have a Dr. Pepper sitting on my desk. That's what I have. So she makes it very personable. You heard the soda sound? Good. That's what I wanted. But I love _𝐿𝐳. She's very, very talented. Also, if you're not... Oh, I spelled that wrong. My bad. I don't know how to spell. Like that. I also can't see, and I can't find my glasses. I'm so sorry. But please go sub to Aurelius, to Rosie, to Brings, to Kayla. Go follow _𝐿𝐳 for amazing art content. I love _𝐿𝐳. Dr. Pepper. It's not a sound. I actually have the soda in my hand. But to kind of touch on why I've been a bit missing. So obviously my last stream, which by the way, my last stream has like over 500 views, and I don't know how that happened. I'm really grateful, and I'm really shocked by the amount. But obviously now 500 people, to some degree at least, have now heard what is happening. Essentially, celebrity era, stop. The people are flocking, stop. You're a queen. Okay, can't spell, it's okay. Autograph, please, stop. Stop it. Stop it. But basically, obviously, I was having a lot of issues last week. You do this every time. He wants to be pet every time I'm streaming. I can't do this. None of these work. Where I was dealing with a multitude of like, I'll just say it, menstrual issues, right? So I went to the doctor and I got one form of test. I do have to get down, Nosy. No. Hold on. I'm so sorry. He demands attention 24/7, 365 for me every day. He's very needy. But I did get one form of testing. I do have to... You want to pet him? You will someday. Hopefully when he's more old and calm and not on crack. It's a dog, YouTube, by the way. Don't come for me. I went to get one form of testing. I do have to return for an ultrasound on the 15th, a pelvic ultrasound, but it is very likely, according to my doctor, that I have and suffer from endometriosis, because she did feel a cyst or 2 or 3 on my right hand side. And the fortunate thing is, where things are right now, nothing looks cancerous, and that's a blessing. But obviously endometriosis is tough because it only really can get worse or can be managed. It can't necessarily get better or be cured. And the one thing about it is I do have a medication I can take for it called loloestrin, which is the best form of medication according to my gynecologist to help with endometriosis. And I'm fortunate enough that I'm catching on early, so it might be manageable. But the unfortunate part is the medication that I take, loloestrin, does cause hair loss, so that's going to be a problem. And I may eventually have to go see a dermatologist and get on like Rogaine and things like that. But it's not to that point yet. It may get to that point, I don't know. But this has been the best birth control medication I've taken to manage the condition. And so obviously to further corroborate that that's what it is, we're going to do the ultrasound and an MRI, but she's very certain at this point, considering the symptoms I have and the pain on the right side, that that's probably what it is. And on top of that, my mother and my aunt have all had everything removed. No, because they developed endometriosis. One of them had endometriosis and the other just had fibroid issues. And so it can be a genetic issue, which is what I'm dealing with. So yippee for me. Ozzy seems like such a sweet angel. You stop it, Briley. You stop. Ozzy is penning pennies. Ozzy, just close your eyes and pretend you're petting Oswald. Crack, please. To the non-cancerous part, yeah, I'm very, very fortunate that it's not cancer. And that was one of the things that I was so worried about, because it kind of got so bad so quick that I couldn't find an answer. OMG, I hope it turns out okay, you said, and I have flashbacks. I studied that in university. What's your major? What did you study, Aurelius, if I may ask? But yeah, it's not fun, but I'd much rather have that than, cancer. So if I had to, not pick necessarily, because that sounds terrible, but if I had to be diagnosed with one or the other, obviously it would be the first, endometriosis. Hi V, hello pasta sauce, how are you? Welcome in. I was just giving a brief update on why I've kind of been missing. I've just been dealing with being sick. That's one thing. Also, I've been still studying. It's my semester break. Medical science? What is your goal with medical science? Are you trying to be like a nurse, a doctor? What kind of doctor? What kind of nurse? Something different, There's a multitude of jobs you can get with that. I'm just naming the two that I know. Classy, hello. Welcome in. How are you? I was just, again, kind of briefly updating why I've been sick. You're amazing, such a light. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Stop. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very, very grateful. And I was trying to, remain as positive as I could, because it is very hard to be, when you feel like you can't. But I saw this interesting video from Neil deGrasse Tyson, which I thought was interesting, where he basically said, there's about 100 billion people, I believe, so far that have never had the opportunity to even just be born and live. And that's also just through like natural circumstances. And when I saw that, I was like, you know what, this really sucks, and this pain sucks, and it sucks that I have to miss a day of work, which obviously means like missing a day to get paid, because I am paid hourly, though I'm full-time. And so, but I was like, but I'm here, and I'm fortunate enough to be able to see doctors and see specialists and get treatment. And so I was trying my best to see it for, the good things that it was. Even though at the time I didn't really know what was going on. Hope you're doing okay, V. I'm doing well. I'm doing a lot better now, thank God, after 24 days of being sick straight. God bless that it's done. Thank the heavens, thank the world. But a lot better. How's everyone? I'm doing well, Classy. I hope you're doing well too. Also, Katie, if you wouldn't mind getting Classy's link. I believe Classy does stream. Honestly, I'm not sure at the moment. Currently, my goal is getting in medical tech. Radiology? That would be a really good job. Radiology would be really dope. And also, lab tech would be cool. Those two sound really interesting. They're not common answers I've received, at least within my family, with like family that went to medical school, but they sound really dope. Thank you, Katie. The queen is back. Hi, Bailey. How are you? I was just updating people on my situation, which Bailey, you know all about, so I won't update you. I started with the intention of being a physio, then realized I don't really want to touch people. You get too attached to patients. That is true. That can be a challenge. You definitely have to not be the type of person to get emotionally attached, I think, to the people that you treat. I'll get mad if I found out they went to another doctor. Please. I'm good. How are you? I'm doing a lot better. I'm feeling a lot healthier. I'm feeling a lot more happy this week. I'm on new medication, which is helping me a lot with the pain and with just everything overall. And so I'm doing really, really well. I was talking about also another reason I've been missing a lot of streams is because, for those that don't know, I do work a full-time job. I work Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And the reason we do 10-hour days is so that Fridays we're off, which is why I may end up going back to Friday, Sunday streams. We'll see. I'm just taking a week or two to readjust because these past 2 months, really 3 months even, have been very busy at my job because, for those that don't know, I work in the nonprofit side of low-income housing. So we basically provide housing to people of very low income, people who are homeless, or people who barely, touch the median income, which means they probably still can't afford to live outside of low-income circumstances, which is crazy. And we have to file welfare exemption applications for each and every property. And we currently have over 120. And so I handle my own portfolio of 20, which I finished already. God bless. I torpedoed through them and pushed people to get me what I needed. Kindly, of course. And I was being friends with them on the phone, but I was also, this is my job. Let's go. But there's also 8 other people in the team, and we all carry a workload. And so it's a very busy and a very fast-paced few months. And I've been really, really tired because every day, and mind you, I had to also do this while I was sick. So every day it's there's a file on the table, get up, pick it up, send it to whoever, let's go. Check it at your desk, reach out to the appropriate people to get signatures, reach out to the right people to fix this, these numbers on these pages. And it's a lot of work, but it's necessary because if we don't file the welfare exemption timely, then the people who live at these properties have to start paying more rent, which they cannot afford. And so it's really in the service of people who can't afford to live if we don't get it done right. And the thing that makes my job hard is I not only have to prepare applications, but I have to look at all 120 of them and make sure that every single one is right. Because if it isn't, if we mess up just one little letter, we're screwed, basically. We risk the chance of losing exemption. Our partners are going to be upset because they got to pay millions, and then people are going to be angry because they got to pay rent. So no! So that's part of why I've been a little MIA as well, is because I've just been very tired. Okay, where was I? Not me 30 seconds behind. It's okay. Jill, hi. Hi, Jill. How are you? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. A hardworking queen getting the job done. I'm trying. It's a hard job. I do enjoy the part of my job where I know that even though people don't know that we're helping them, we are. That makes my job enjoyable for me because I love doing things in service of others. That's one of my favorite things. But it's a hard job. And it's scary knowing that one thing can mess everything up. And I'm going to actually share something that happened at my job. Not in complete detail because there are lawyers involved. But it's really crazy. Good, how are you? I'm doing really well now, Jill. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm feeling a lot healthier. I think I'm finally coming off being sick for so long. So I'm doing really, really good. I hope you love the ring I got you, boo. You're doing amazing, sweetie. Thank you. I love the shit out of you. Thank you, Brooke. I love you too. Also, hello. Welcome in. I love your name. It's pretty. Rosie is beautiful. I will have you know. Rosie's beautiful inside and out when she slays, and I love Rosie Posey. Wifey. First of all, movie date today. Yes, I will have to let you know. But basically, one thing that happened at my job, work tea. So, people always talk about or treat really admin like their job doesn't matter, right? But really, admin are kind of the people that hold together the business. You have to be the wearer of many hats. You have to understand the ins and outs of what everyone does so that you can fill in the gaps. And you also still have to get your work done. So we have a partner. I'm not going to say a name. There was an admin person that only had one job. And instead of doing their job right, they did it wrong. They submitted the wrong paperwork, and so now our partner has been blacklisted from ever partnering with anyone else for the rest of this year. And we have a deal with them that literally was supposed to close in 10 days. So what we had to do was scramble to find someone else within that time frame. And we also had to do it because if we don't fix this one deal, we lose out on all the other 15 that are up on our whiteboard, which means we lose about $14 million in deals. So needless to say, we fixed it because we had to, but that's also why I've been missing a lot of streams, is because I've been having to work overtime with all my other, coworkers to try to fix this big mess. And so it's really scary, but I think it's a good lesson to everyone involved because it shows them that you want to sit there and treat admin like they're so useless and they're so little, when really admin are the brick that hold the house together. They're the foundation, they're the structure. Without them, you cannot maintain your business. And I think this is where that lesson hits the hardest. So I have been getting treated a lot better, needless to say, in my position, especially because my position is I lead the entire admin team, which is a team of 4 of us right now, including myself. And I also do all of the marketing on my own. So the website, any PR, any speeches that need to be written, any social media posts, any designs for banners and pamphlets and whatever it is, I do that all myself. So I think they've finally come around to the idea that my job actually matters. And it's not just a name. And I hate that this is the way people have to learn it, but if that's the way it has to be done, then that's how it needs to be done. So for anyone out there watching this, now or later, who's in an admin position, no, your job isn't little. Your job matters, and you're very important, more important than you'll probably ever be told. But just know, you're a lot more important to the foundation of the business where you're at than they tell you. Gonna lurk. Y'all, when are we watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? I keep forgetting. Razzie! Hi, Razzie. Queen Vit. Yes, I'm Queen Vit. Hi, Razzie. How are you? Welcome in, Latino gang, I don't know if any of these work. Why don't any of these work? I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick. If I don't find a map today, I'm gonna lose it. No Sabo? Oh my god, my dog just hit his head. Oh my god, wait, give me a second. Oh my god. You guys, this dog stresses me out. I can't do this. Labrador up for adoption. Just kidding. Gonna lurk, talk to my father-in-law about my brother. Oh my god, Brooke. What's that stressful? That's a lot, but also you're amazing at marketing. Thank you. I do love graphic design in like a very childish way. I mean, y'all see my thumbnails. I love making really sometimes crisp thumbnails, and sometimes I make thumbnails that are stupid and it's all the same and it's all super fun for me. And the reason I actually started doing that is because I accidentally bought Canva for a year for like $150, which I didn't mean to do, but I did, and so I figured I'm gonna use it. I kept the free trial on accident, and then it just charged me like $150, and I looked at my bank account and I was like, what is this? And it was Canva. So I have it until March, and then I have to do it again. Oh, poor puppy. He's okay. Briley, you stop. I'll take him. Listen, if I ever need a babysitter, I'll ship him off to Canada. He would be such a baby, though. He's such a big baby. Canva Pro's worth it. It is. I love using Canva. It's my favorite thing. What was I even talking about before Ozzy bonked his head? Jesus Christ. Oh, my job. And so, you know, work is work. It's tough. I will say I am actively looking for a different job, particularly remote work, because it's a lot more convenient for me. Gas is getting expensive as hell in California, let me tell you. It's like $40 minimum for a tank of gas. And I also want to be at home more to help, you know, with things that my parents need done, and also to help with the dog, because for those that don't know, my parents aren't old. They're in their mid-50s, late 50s, but, you know, they're getting older, and I want them to be able to do things with their life, like travel and go out and see things. Which, speaking of travel, hello, 𝐜𝐫𝐞𝐝, how are you? Speaking of travel, I may or may not be returning to Italy in March. If I have the means, if I have the funds. I've started saving already. I'm spending a lot less money wherever I can and saving. But if I can go, it's just going to be me and my parents. And we're going to go to Italy, and I'm going to go to Pompeii, which I didn't get to do, and I'm so excited. And then we're going to go inside the Vatican, which I didn't get to do. And we're going to return to the Colosseum, but we're going to do the tour where you go actually, you know, beneath the Colosseum. I'm very excited. I'm so excited, Katie. If I get to do it, if I'm fortunate enough, you know, we'll see. We're trying to save for it the best we can. But we'll figure it out at work. But here, hope you're good. Thank you, Kayla. I love you. I hope you're doing good. Fortnite Queen. Party. Let me pack my suitcase. Come on, Rosie. Let's go. Let's go, Katie. What are you looking for? Okay, so on my island, that's a good question. Classy. Thank you for asking. I am looking for it. The water can be anywhere, right? The riverways, that's fine. The river mouths, the little gondola type, not gondola, that's not what it is, but the little deck area, that can be anywhere. What I'm really looking for is a map where the resident services is not necessarily in the center. It's a little bit to the left, and the resident services is up and slightly to the left even more, leaving a little bit less space to the left and a lot to the right of the island. I will say I'll take it the other way around, but that's how it has to be, either on the left or the right, and I'm not doing anything different. It has to be one of those two ways. I can't have it look any way else, because that's the best way for me to... Jesus Christ! Has anyone seen a resident services that far? Look at it! Why is it so far away? I've never seen a resident services that far away. You've seen that map before? I've never seen this in my life. What? I have. I got it in my first island. Briley, you don't even have Animal Crossing. Did I tell you I finally found my birth certificate? What? Why did you lose it? What are you talking about? Come to Japan with me? I want to go to Japan so bad. Stop. If I get a better paying job, Katie, say less. We need to go to Japan. I'm brushing up on my Japanese. I'm taking Duolingo. Ocha, you know, tea. Mizu, water. I'm taking my Japanese. I'm trying to learn. My current island, What? People have seen this map before? The entrance you could build, half the island is an entrance? I know. I don't know if I could do that. I feel like I would... Should I challenge myself to do that? That seems crazy. I was putting off getting a new one because, one, I'm lazy. Oh my god, Rosie. Have you been to Japan, Kayla? I forget if you've been to Japan. Trilingual era? Trilingual? I'm so stupid. I'm your biggest fan. I can't believe I'm the only one. Nora. Hi, Nora. How are you? I hope you're doing good. Thank you for being here. You're very sweet. Everyone, please go sub to Nora if you want amazing paleo builds, amazing DDV builds, and amazing Animal Crossing builds. Please go. And also, if you want her to stream Skyrim, go spam her comments with hashtag Skyrim. Just kidding. I had to embarrass you. It's okay. What's up? Hi, Farted. How are you? Welcome in. How's the new puppy, by the way, Nora? I hope the baby is doing good. I hope they're adjusting well. I love me some Skyrim. I love Skyrim. I have it. I just haven't picked it up yet. I need to get onto it. Should we look at what this map looks like just to look? And then I'm not going to end up picking it. But I just want to see how far away Resident Services feels. Like, this looks crazy. I've never seen a map like that before. That's a good map. You're so good at building though, Nora. I don't know how I would do that. How would I even execute that? What would I build? Like on a fairy island? What would I put between? Would it just be like a giant fairy forest? I already know I want to have like a Studio Ghibli area or a few Studio Ghibli areas. So like Howl's Moving Castle and then Totoro. And then of course I want to have like a fairy forest. I think that would be really cute. I want to have like a little gnome area. That's for sure. I'm thinking of having like a little castle area that looks a little bit run down with a little bit of small shops in it. But it's fairy core. Nora, it's fairy core. It's supposed to be a take on my first island, which was a very, very cluttered, very heavily dense with nature and items and codes fairy core island. And it was very pink and bright, like pastels everywhere. I would love to visit Japan one day. I need to do it. I will be here while I reset my DDV shop. I need to code hunt today, period. I have Totoro on my island. You do? Can you share me picture? Please? Imagine actually being able to build things. Listen, I had mojo when I first started this game. I built a sunken waterfall before people even talked about what sunken waterfalls were. Like, I was that girl. And now I can't even build a cliff. I can't do it. I can't. I'm retiring. I can't do this. And before, I will smuggle you, V. Please, Katie. Listen, give me dates, Katie. Give me dates. You got this. Just place trash bags, trash can, and you're a pro. Please. Nora, please. My first was a fairy tropical theme. Ooh. It's dumb. Stop it. Oh my god, it's Dom. I didn't know he was a jock. Fall for the red Kyoto vibes. Let's do it. Dobby, Bobby, please. First thing on my bucket list is to go to New York and see my first Broadway show. Make it Hamilton. Is Hamilton still running? It needs to be Hamilton. Why do you feel like you're running out of time? That one, that's the only song I know, but I love that song. V, just put it in Kayla's Discord, tagged you. Thank you. I'm gonna go look. Cutest sheep. He's very cute. I've been playing since 2021 and have yet to... It's okay. It's okay, Rosie. I only finished one island and I've tried 10 times in between. Okay, let me go see how far Resident Services is. Let's go look at this. Oh. What? It's so far away. Look how far this is. Hold on, we're gonna count. Okay, you ready? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my god. That's gonna be tough. I don't know what I would do there. And I also don't like the color of the airport for my island. I'm gonna be for real. I can't have orange on a fairy core island. It's 13 seconds away. That's crazy. For city core, yes. For city core, that would be a fantastic map. How far away it is, Brooke, you stop it. The orange doesn't work. Yeah, no, we're not doing it. Love Jonathan Groff in Hamilton. Period. You need to get Jambette. Am I silent or have I been silenced? How the F are oranges growing in the snow? Oh my god. Green or blue airport is prettiest? Is there a pink airport? I'm gonna go talk to Nintendo if there isn't a pink airport. I'm gonna lose it. Why didn't we get more airport colors though? Literally, there's not a pink airport. That is so disgusting. Ramin Karimlo is the Phantom of the Opera. I couldn't read that for a second. I was having a stroke. If only we could modify our airports, mine would be rainbow. That would be cute. For kidcore, that would be like off the charts cute. I would love to have a purple airport. Oh, imagine a lilac airport. Oh my god. Imagine pastel airports. Stop it. That would be so cute. You stop. Oh, but to get onto the topics that we were going to talk about, we'll get into the Barbie stuff in a minute, because for that I do have like a whole Google Doc prepared. Oh my god, Jill, your Totoro is so cute. Stop. I'm going to save that picture. I hope you do not mind. As inspo. But the first thing I want to talk about is this whole, for anyone that's out of the loop, I'm sure everyone here knows who Nicki Minaj is. You may not know who Megan Thee Stallion is. Maybe you do. I don't know how many years ago it was. Let's say 4 or 5 years ago. Or actually, let me just look it up. Hold on. Hey Siri, when did Hot Girl Summer come out? Oh my god. Hold on, y'all. My Siri's being disrespectful. When did Hot Girl Summer come out?
Hot Girl Summer was released on August 9th, 2019.
Okay. There you go. So, August 9th, 2019, Megan Thee Stallion and... I'm so sorry if Siri's went off. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. Nicki and Megan came together to make Hot Girl Summer, which it was a cute song. It wasn't the best song, but it was cute. And they were on good terms, right? But then, let me see. When did the song WAP release?
WAP featuring Megan Thee Stallion was released on August 7th, 2020.
Okay, so almost a year later, Megan Thee Stallion dropped that song with Cardi B. Obviously, everyone knows, even if you didn't want to know, there's been a long-standing beef between Cardi B and Nicki, which stemmed from allegedly Cardi not wanting Nicki on the same set, Nicki feeling disrespected by that, and then it's just been going on forever and ever between them fighting. He is Australian. He is Australian. He is an Australian Siri, yes. I laughed with how V's P&G talked. Oh, it did? I didn't notice. I'm sorry. I didn't even notice. I have a WAP, please. Oh my goodness. Your Siri's a gentleman? He is. Sound like daddy? Excuse me? Jesus Christ. But basically, they have issues, right? And it was alleged that when Megan made her song with Nicki in 2019, that she was all over talking bad about Cardi, and yeah, Cardi this, Cardi that, with Nicki whatever, and then she comes out with a Cardi song. So then obviously Nicki and Megan are no longer on good terms. Everyone also knows how Tory Lanez shot Megan in the foot. He's serving 10 years in jail for that. If people want to see him that bad, Megan said, schedule conjugal visits, whatever, send letters. And there were a lot of jabs that were thrown at Megan by Nicki, by Drake, allegedly Rihanna, I don't know if that's true, regarding her getting shot in the foot. And, allegedly sleeping around with Tory Lanez and a bunch of, this is perfect, stop. Please let this be a good map, please. Allegedly sleeping around with a bunch of other people, right? So yesterday, or 2 days ago, Megan drops a diss track called Hiss. And when I tell y'all, first of all, it's just a good song. But second of all, she ate. She went after her ex-man Party, who cheated on her, mind you, in her own bed. My actual wife? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. She went after him. She went after other exes. She went after Drake, who allegedly has a BBL and lipo, which is crazy. She also went after Tory Lanez, obviously. But she also went after Nicki Minaj and her husband. Now, for those of you who don't know, Nicki's husband, and this is fact, this isn't alleged, he's actually a registered S offender for alleged, this I'll say alleged R word, or attempted against a minor when he was 18, I believe, and this person was 16, 15, whatever the case is. Nicki married him knowing this, had a child with him knowing this. He can't even go pick up his child from school because he can't be 30 feet, from within 30 feet from a school. So he can't go to none of his kids' events. And I was very blindly, not supporting her, but listening to her music up to a point because I was like, as long as, she doesn't endorse it, none of my business, I don't care. But apparently, I retract my previous statement. It's okay. Hi, Lauren. How are you? I love you. I hope you're doing good. And she has a kid. Yeah, she has a kid with this man who's been, who's on the registry. He's on the registry. And so the line that Megan said was something along the lines of, you need to not be worried about Megan. You need to be worried about Megan's Law. Now, for those of you who don't know, Megan's Law is a law that was instated regarding S offenders and R word and things like that, and charging them accordingly to what they did. She chewed up Nicki Minaj and spit her out. I'm sorry. She killed Nicki with her lyric, because it doesn't matter at the end of the day, whatever Nicki comes at them with. She tried to say, get up on your good foot, and, for a free beat, you can sleep with Megan the Sleaze, whatever. At the end of the day, you married a man that's on the registry. You knew he was on the registry. You had a child with this man. And the reason I wanted to bring it up is because Megan made the song and then she went about her business. Naru, hello, how are you? She went about her business, right? Tell me why Nicki is still talking about it 2 days later and she's going off. But now apparently, and this part I'm going to say allegedly because I've only seen it through TikTok, but there's actual documents of it. Allegedly, there's an entertainment worker who came forward anonymously, but with some form of proof, sharing that apparently Nicki Minaj does the white stuff and has been going off the rails for years. So, a lot of it is still coming out, which is why I'm not doing a full video on it yet, because I will at some point. I just want to have a timeline for y'all so I can go from oh, I thought that was Jebet. I thought that was Jebet. So I can go from point A to Z. But it's very frustrating and it's sad because I am someone who grew up a barb. I really liked Nicki Minaj growing up. I thought the way she clapped back just in her music was good enough. Even her line against Usher a few years ago with Tekashi 6ix9ine, who I hate, but her line to him saying, somebody usher this man into a clinic. My flow's so sick, I'm not talking a pandemic. Just keep it simple. Just hit them with your music. The way she went after Remy Ma and No Frauds. The way she goes after the girls sometimes, where she says, tell these bum-ass girls to pick their role. They see my sexy ass every time they scroll, which she was talking about Cardi, because there was a photo of Cardi B looking at Nicki Minaj's Instagram. Keep it to the rap. When you start going on Twitter and on TikTok, going after random people, calling them drug addicts and saying they're ugly and that they stink and that they're bad moms, it's like, what are we doing here? That green airport is so cute. Stop it. Let me see. Okay, I do this. I build out a little bit and then I go down. I think we found our map, y'all. I'm gonna have to make a couple adjustments in terms of the build, but I think we found our map. OMG. Let me talk to Tom Nook. Yay! I found my map. Ow. Let's go. I gotta side with Megan. I do not do the registry peeps. Yeah, no. She's just tweaking. I mean, don't we all? Hi, call me Stella. Hello, Stella. Welcome in. I will gladly call you by that name. Do not worry. The rich crime? Yeah. Jam Batty? Please. The way she clapped them cheeks. Farted. Farted. Let's go. It's because she got backed into a corner and like a feral animal panicked and attacked anything that was breathing. Yeah. Cute. Even the villagers are pretty purple and blue. Thank you. Hey V. Hi Matthew. How are you? Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Ban farted? Please. Do talk about Jam Batty that way. Do? Did you mean don't? You're encouraging him to keep talking about Jam Batty that way. Oh my goodness. But I want to talk about this also from the standpoint of someone who was a barb at some point, right? Like, I was deep in the trenches when the whole Nicki and Cardi thing happened. I admitted it. I was part of the fans feeling that fire, and it's embarrassing. I was young. I was stupid, obviously, younger anyway. But it's really sad how someone who has such a great legacy in music, who's done so much for female rap, who really kind of trailblazed female rap after Lil' Kim was starting to die out, would stoop to this. Because it's like, there was a person on TikTok who said, you know, you're Nicki Minaj. What are you doing? And Nicki attacked her, saying, and who are you? It wasn't a bad criticism. It was basically us saying, you're Nicki Minaj. Like, what are you doing sitting here addressing these people online? In your $1 million home, with your $1 million cars and your $1 million things. Like, why are you stooping this low? And I'll be honest, the way that she's acting now, and the way that she even, can we talk about people out of the loop? How she brought up Megan Thee Stallion's dead mother and was basically saying lying on your dead mom. At that point, it's like, okay, now you're doing too much. Because you're telling her not to talk about you and your family. Also, she threatened to clip Megan, which for those that don't know means allegedly driving by with a clip and going after her dead mom. I cannot stand behind her for that. And you know what makes me more sad about this, unrelated to Megan and Nicki? Because let's be real, Megan can talk bad about Nicki all she wants, but we're not going to sit here and pretend that Cardi B didn't admit to drugging and robbing men when she was a stripper, or that she sent men to beat up a stripper because her man slept with that woman instead of going after her man. Let's not pretend that Cardi B's any better. But Doja Cat, why did you not just shut up? If Doja Cat just hadn't been stupid and anti-black and dumb and ugly, she's beautiful, she can dance, she can sing, she can rap. She could have been so much better if she would have just shut the hell up. Like, why did you talk? Why did you talk, Doja? Because if you hadn't, I could be standing you right now, because no, Doja never gets involved with any of these rap girls. She never has beef. Ice Spice has had a problem. Lotto, Nicki, Cardi, Megan, a lot of these other girls, and then Doja Cat has never gotten into beef with anyone. If she would have just shut the hell up, or even if she comes forward with a sincere apology, I would hop back on. But it's like, right now, I cannot forgive you, and so I feel like I have no rap girl to listen to anymore. It's very crazy. It is too much. It was, when I saw that, I was like, okay, I think I'm good on Nicki Minaj for now. Will I still bump her music? Maybe, but for the time being, I can't. Also, I'll rap for you, B. Drop the rap track, Kayla, please. Kayla raps right now on Spotify. But I can't listen to her. And the other reason I'm also pissed off at her is the way that Nicki treats her fans sometimes on Twitter. They're just trying to give her good criticism and she gets pissed off. She did fight with ₛₜᵢₗₗ, but we don't care about ₛₜᵢₗₗ because he's disgusting. And I don't know, it's just really disappointing, especially for someone that's 41. Like, you're so grown. What are we doing sitting here fighting with people so much younger than us? Because Megan's only like in her 20s. So it's like, what are we doing? Sitting here fighting with young girls. Why are we doing this? Why are we having a problem with the young ones? I don't understand. She's 41. Looks like she smells stinky. She probably does, to be fair, farted. After everything she's done and said, I'm sure she probably does. I'm gonna put my tent right here because I'm sick of it. Did you see his apology video? Yeah, it wasn't an apology. It was basically, I think everyone should have a chance to live. Yeah, no-ish, Sherlock. Way to go. Whoop-de-doop-de. Great revelation from you, ₛₜᵢₗₗ. Love hearing that. Albert Einstein over here, folks. Where his Pulitzer Prize? Give it to him. Pre-nursing home? It's the nurse. She's out again. She's out, nurse. That's why the new gen is ready to take over. That's the other thing, is she's not ready to step down. She's not ready to just let it go. Because I'll be honest, I think Nicki's best last album was probably Pink Print. I'm gonna just be honest. That was the only album where I could play every song full through and through. These last three, I can't do that. I can't. Step down, old head. Riley. But it's just really messy, and I do admire Megan Thee Stallion for just going about her business and not entertaining her, because the more you entertain her, the more you're gonna look bad. And so just let it go. Which one is that? Megan Thee Stallion? She's the one who did the song WAP with Cardi B. The tall, beautiful one, my wife. My fellow Aquarius, period. Aquarius queen. That's the thing about Aquarius, is we're really nice until a point. You push us too much, and then we just blow up, and we say it like it is, and then your feelings get hurt. That's an Aquarius for you. That's how it is. No, the album you like, it was Pink Print. That wasn't the Super Bass album. It was the album with Anaconda and Night is Still Young and Feeling Myself with Beyonce on it. That was that album. That was probably... And that's why you're my mod, please. I'm an Aquarius, period. I don't meet enough Aquarius, so when I meet Aquarius, I get very excited. Because I'm like, oh my god, there's more of me. Because I don't meet a lot. I don't meet a lot of Aquas. And I also have never met anyone with the birthday on February 10th. I've never met someone with my same birthday, and it makes me sad. Like, not in my lifetime. I don't think I'll ever. I'm horrible with album names. It's okay. But that was that whole Megan and Nicki thing, and I'm pretty sure that it's still unfolding online. I think Nicki finally went silent. She finally shut up. But I'm sure she's still fuming, and she's very upset. Stefan's birthday is February 10th? Stop. No, it's not. Your boyfriend's birthday is also that day? Stop. Oh my god. I've met my people. My Aquarius. Stop. That makes me so excited. I've never met anyone with the same birthday as me. Oh my goodness. I'm smiling so hard. My face hurts. What the freak? I'm a Pisces. I won't say anything, but you can read it all in my tears. Rosie, please. We need to have a huge party. We do. Mine is the 18th. I'm barely one of them, but you're one of us. One of us. One of us. Now he'll be offended. He told me he was a Pisces, so I didn't think he was on the 10th. Amanda! Hi, Amanda. Hello. How are you? Welcome in. You know what's crazy, Katie? We're Aqua, but we're not even a water sign. I think we're an air sign. How does that make sense? How am I an Aquarius with waves as my symbol, but you're going to make me an air sign? That is so disgusting. Girl, I told you he knows nothing about the zodiac. Oh my god. Okay, well, period. Twin him. Hashtag twin. The other thing I wanted to talk about, which I'm very upset about. Obviously, I made a whole stream at one point about the Barbie movie, right? You can bully him on chat later, please. Dragonfly, what? I'm glad to see you. I am feeling a lot better, Amanda. I'm so much better than I once was. I'm lucky to be better. I'm happy to be better, and I'm happy to be here. Slay. The other thing I want to talk about. Obviously, we talked about the Barbie movie at one point, right? And I have points on this, so let me get my Google Doc on my phone. Let me pull it up. I have new and current thoughts on the Barbie movie now. I'm gonna hide. You stop it, Katie. Dragonflies are air. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Oh, the Barbie movie. So my thoughts now is obviously, one thing I did love about it, because I've rewatched it a few times, is how it showed how neither extreme, where Barbies or Kens ran the world, was good, and how misogyny affected both men and women. But one thing I disagree with in terms of a lot of reviews is that this movie is anti-man, because it was 100% compassionate to Ken, who's played by Ryan Gosling. Even though, you know, Barbie Land was kind of a matriarchal society, the movie advocated for Ken and Kens in general. There were points where Ken kind of felt insecure and thought creating matriarchy would fuel some kind of confidence in him, or creating patriarchy rather, and it didn't do that. And at some point, Ken also, you know, he felt the need to have a girlfriend and a home and fancy clothes and expensive watches and to act macho as a leader, in turn kind of one-upping the other Kens, which is kind of direct commentary on how often a toxic patriarchal society can pressure men and make them judge their own self-worth by how many status symbols they have, and I thought that was important. The movie also is saying that any kind of segregation is bad, whether it's man or woman, and that no one has to conform to society, and, you know, the stereotypes. And I mean, that is in the quote itself, because one of the biggest things about the Barbie franchise is the quote, "Be who you want to be." And it used to be Barbie girl, but now it's just be who you want to be, because it applies to anyone. And I think that that's something that the movie kind of touched on very, very well. But the one thing I do want to talk about is, you know, at the end of the day, it's a Barbie movie. It's a movie about Barbie, you know, Margot Robbie's character, about her exploration of not just standing still in life like a Barbie does. Oh, look, a dragonfly. But moving forward as people should and can do. And, you know, I personally felt very touched by this not afraid to die, wanting to do more than just outside of what's in your limits kind of themes of the movie, as well as the femininity, you know, touch of the movie, because I am someone who used to dress very feminine until I got to college, and, you know, I just got too busy and I got too lazy, so I stopped. I stopped doing that. But one other thing I thought was, you know, the song that Billie Eilish made, "What Was I Made For," probably has to be a drug kingpin, please. The song by Billie Eilish, "What Was I Made For," is still and will probably be one of the greatest songs ever written. It's so emotionally touching. It's so beautifully sung. And Billie Eilish just always kills it with the emotional songs, right? And it's... Oh, I'm not crying, y'all. I'm choking. My bad. I sounded like an old lady. And, you know, I don't know. I thought the movie was just very greatly done. And one of the great things from this woman I love, her name is Brittany Broski, a quote that she said about the movie is, "Imagine a world where you can pursue your hobbies and things that fill you with joy and be free of having to wonder if you look good while doing it," which I think can apply to both men and women. It's obviously primarily for women in this case, but it can be applied to both. And I thought it was beautifully said. But I think that the Barbie film is getting treated very, very poorly. The first person I'm going to start with as an example is, it occurred at the Golden Globes, and for those who didn't follow, is Joe Coy. Now, I was very surprised by Joe Coy's, jokes, because I've watched some of his material. I've never seen him make jokes like this. So I don't know where it stemmed from. I don't know if in the way, he said that it really came from the Academy. But I was very shocked, needless to say. He was announced just 2 weeks before the event, and he opened the show with a monologue that I found so contentious and uncomfortable that it really set the tone for the night to be like a shitty night. And a lot of his jokes kind of had underlying sexism to them, which is basically one of the biggest themes of the Barbie movie. So it completely flew over him and the Academy heads. But one of the biggest quotes that hurt that day, he said, Oppenheimer is based on a 721-page Pulitzer Prize winning book about Manhattan Project, and Barbie is on a plastic doll with big boobies. He said the key moment in Barbie is when she goes from perfect beauty to bad breath, cellulite, and flat feet, or what casting directors call character actor. When I heard that, I cannot tell you how, not even upset in the way like I was angry, but disappointed. Because to me it feels like, did you all just miss the premise of what this movie was about? What are you talking about? Especially because Cillian Murphy and Margot Robbie literally sat down to give each other praise about their films, which are very different, but both had a huge impact. And mind you, Barbie being the biggest box office film that year. And you want to sit there and make sexist jokes. And it's different if it's your own comedy show, because at that point, people know what kind of jokes you make. But you're at an awards show in front of millions of people. Like, what are you doing? Trying to throw your career down the toilet? And then he obviously tried to make, like, jokes saying, he only got the gig 10 days ago. He only wrote some of the jokes to give him a break. But then he went on to do an interview Monday with Good Morning America, I think. And he basically just said, hosting is hard. He's a comedy writer, and he felt bad, but he still loved what he said and did. So he stands on what he said and did. The other, and then that kind of stemmed into the Emmys, where Barbie did win 6 awards, including for Best Song. But tell me why for Best Song, What Was I Made For didn't win, but I'm Just Ken? In a movie about Barbie? Like, what are you talking about? That is supposed to be a comedy song. It's like if... I'm trying to think of a theme song in a movie that's comedy. It's like if Love is an Open Door by Anna and Hans from Frozen beat out Let It Go. Like, what are you talking about? It makes no sense. And this, unfortunately, is kind of a trend that continued into the Oscars, because for those who don't follow, the Oscar nominations already came out. Oh, I didn't mean to name my island that. Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh my god. And cuss you out. What are you talking about? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I can't do anything. I can't have anything right. Oh my god. I am so stupid. But I don't want to change it. Oh my god. I'm such an idiot. This is iconic. Oh my god. I'm not gonna change it because I love this map. Oh my god. Okay, well, I guess my island's name is gonna be V. Yay. I'm just gonna say a word or two because I'm apparently stupid. Apparently. V for V. I'm so stupid. This is why I can't talk and do things at the same time. Jesus Christ. Going to love living on V? Oh my god. I'm so stupid. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna work with this. We're gonna live with it. Oh, Dios mío, señor. Okay, well, there's my new island of V, apparently. Fitting while talking about Barbie from Barbie Land. I mean, it's true, I guess. It makes sense, kind of. Oh my god. Okay, getting back into the Barbie conversation. You named your island V, Nikki. Hi, Nikki. I did. By mistake. I didn't mean to. I am so stupid. This is why I can't talk and do things at the same time. It's okay. We're just gonna keep it. It doesn't shock me. Oh my goodness, please. But we were talking about Barbie. So the Oscars. The Oscars. Tell me, I'm very happy, first of all, because America Ferrera did get nominated for Best Supporting Actress, which she 1000% deserves. She killed that role. But tell me why Ryan Gosling got nominated for Best Supporting Actor for Ken. And then he got nominated for Best Movie Song for I'm Just Ken alongside What Was I Made For, which if I'm Just Ken wins, I'm going to lose it. But why did Margot Robbie not get nominated for Best Actress? And then why did Greta Gerwig not get nominated for Best Director? Like, what's happening? Is the movie Barbie not about Barbie? Like, am I missing the premise? Am I missing the point? And you know what's even crazier is that Ryan Gosling came out with a statement. Also, Nikki, how are you, by the way? Also, everyone, please go sub to Nikki. Thank you. But Ryan Gosling himself was against what had happened. He's like, you know, to say that I'm disappointed is an understatement. It's crazy how my coworkers didn't get nominated. You know, and I have his statement in front of me so I can just read it verbatim. But what he said was, I'm extremely honored to be nominated by my colleagues alongside such remarkable artists and a year of so many great films. I never thought I'd be saying this, but I'm also incredibly honored and proud that it's for portraying a plastic doll named Ken. But there's no Ken without Barbie, and there's no Barbie without Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie, the two people most responsible for this history-making, globally celebrated film. No recognition would be possible for anyone on the film without their talent, gift, and genius. To say that I'm disappointed that they aren't nominated in their respective categories would be an understatement. Against all odds, with nothing but a couple of soulless, scantily clad, and thankfully crotchless dolls, they made us laugh, they broke our hearts, they pushed the culture, and they made history. Their work should be recognized along with the other very deserving nominees. Having said that, I'm also so happy for America Ferrera and the other incredible artists who contributed their talents to making this such a groundbreaking film. And then I saw a funny tweet, actually, that goes along with America Ferrera's speech from Barbie, which says, you have to be leading lady, but you can't be nominated for Best Actress. You have to be strong as a female director, but you can't be nominated for Best Director. You have to be a widely popular dance song, but you can't be nominated for Best Original Song. Referencing Dua Lipa's song in Barbie. So I thought that was interesting. And I thought it was just also interesting because the movie's largely about how impressive women, despite how impressive they are marginalized. And this is just a direct reflection of what that movie is pushing, which is crazy. And the one thing that pisses me off about the situation, though, is it's now been made political because politicians, instead of handling crisis within our own country and handling crisis outside of this country the correct and moral way, they're deciding to talk about the Barbie movie. And so now it's taken a political turn, which is very annoying because it's not about politics, it's about the movie. And so overall, I'm very sad about the snubs for Barbie. I'm not surprised because that entire corporation is ran by like a room of bald white men. But you know, it's unfortunate, but I'm glad a lot of people recognize it. That's the good thing. Women hate women. I know a few. Damn. Apparently it's all about Ken. I'm personally offended for missing the Best Director. It was such a fantastic film. Also, can we talk about how Barbie wasn't nominated for Best Costume and Hair? Are you effing kidding me? Barbie had to have the best set. It had the best costumes. It had the best wigs. You've got me messed up. My father-in-law's talking to me about being white. What? I'm pulling my hair out? Jesus Christ. Why you know like white people? I do. I just don't like the bald men that run the organization. If you're bald out there watching me, by the way, I love you. It's not you. It's just them. I'm going to go after them for whatever their problems are because I don't like them because they historically have never supported people of color or women. So they can choke whoever they are. It's just very ironic because you're taking notes? Excuse me, are you in class? But the whole Barbie snub situation was just very disappointing to see because it's a direct reflection of what the movie's about. Other than that, I know I had other things to talk about and I just didn't have the chance because again, I was sick. But let me see what I have here because I have a whole Google Doc because I've not been on here for so long. Oh, I know I mentioned having a bump on my hand. It's almost virtually gone. I think what I did is I burned my hand on my phone charger. And I got a bump. And it's almost gone, but I do have a scar and my skin is really wrinkly there, which sucks. But, you know, it is what it is. We move on and we move forward. I know, Katie, you're going to say I need to be put in a bubble. I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm so accident prone. If anyone else is accident prone who's watching this an hour later, put a car in the, put the word #accident prone in the chat or in the comments. I love how the whole film is about amazing women are and how we're overlooked and this man gets nominated. They didn't watch the movie. They didn't care to because they're like, oh, this is for the feminists. No, it's not. First of all, being feminist isn't just a thing for women. Men can be feminists as well because it's about making women and men equal, not about women or man being better than the other. Second of all, the movie wasn't anti-man. It very much loved Ken. Why do you think he's getting nominated for awards so much? Hello. So they did not watch the film. You know, evidently. The other thing, the bump on my hand, my skin issues have gotten better after changing medications, thank God. Also, shout out to, what are they called? Let me look at them. Give me a second. If anyone is looking for something to help with pimples, I'm not guaranteeing that this will help, but the Mighty Patch Hero blemish ones, but the really big ones, they come in like a yellow orange package and it's a big strip. So if you have like a lot of clusters, use it. Also, shout out to my mom for bringing penicillina from El Salvador, because that's also been helping me. Out of country remedy. That's gotten better. I will say at my job, a lot of people have been falling like flies with COVID and RSV and the cold. So if anyone is out there, please be safe. Please be careful. It's really going around. It's harming a lot of kids even. There's so many kids here in my state in the hospital with these illnesses, and it sucks. And so please be careful. The facial radiant pads they work. Okay, I'm gonna look into those. Another thing I want to talk about, though, there's a multitude of things, but can we also talk about the whole Stanley Cup situation? What the hell's going on? When did we decide that as grown women we were going to fight over Stanley Cups? Like, when was that choice made? That we were like, oh yeah, this plastic metal cup right here, I need one of every color. And I'm going to go to extra lengths to fight women in a Target to get it. To the point that Target had to make it a limit of one per person. Like, what are we doing? I haven't seen it yet. Oh my gosh. Nikki, you and Brooke need to watch Barbie. I'm telling you, my Texans. AJ, hello. Hi. How are you? Welcome in. It's been a hot minute. I hope you're doing well. Katie or Brooke, if you don't mind dropping her link for me, please and thank you. But I hope you've been well. I hope you're doing good. I hope life is treating you beautifully. I thought you were talking about hockey, please. But the Stanley Cup, like, why are we fighting over these things? I don't understand. I don't know if Nightbot's working. You might need to go and grab her link. Click on her channel, Brooke. Then go to channel and get her link, please. I'm doing really well, AJ. I'm doing a lot better. I'm feeling a lot healthier. I'm actually able to do things physically now, which makes me very happy. And so I'm doing well. And I'm feeling very blessed and lucky that I am. Goes up to AJ. Thank you, Brooke. Also on Twitch. Yes, also on Twitch. But the Stanley Cup situation's interesting. Also, can we talk about why little girls are going to Sephora and buying things like retinol? Why are parents letting their kids put retinol on their 10-year-old face? Retinol is when you start developing wrinkles at like 25. You have about 15 years to go. Thank you for both the YouTube and the Twitch link. Thank you. But like, why are you doing that? That is not okay. Preventing wrinkles from an early age. You're not preventing anything, Briley. You're making it worse. Parents are dumb. Oh my goodness. The drunk elephant for 10-year-olds is sending me into a mental space. Is that what the whole 12-year-old in Sephora? Yes, on Tickety Talkety. I'm preventing everything. Briley, oh my goodness. Please. 6-year-olds are different these days. They are. When I was 6, you know what I was doing? I was playing Barbie on a carpet that was built like a city and pretending that my Barbie was walking around the city. And I had the Barbie dog. Can we also talk about the Barbie dog that poops? I have it. The one that got discontinued, like the original one, I have it. I have the Barbie dog that poops. And I used to make my Barbie trip on the poop. Oh my god, and also Nikki, now that you're here, Nikki, I used to also tie my Barbies to my fan by like a thread, or I would put them on top of my fan, and then my siblings and I would play a game where we would turn on the fan on high, and then we would hide to try to not have the Barbies hit us in the head. And I thought no one else did that, Nikki, until you said it, and I felt so good hearing that. I was like, oh my god, it's not just me, and I'm not crazy. That's a trend on TikTok? Well, we started it first. The 90s kids started it first. We started it. Gotta go look 20 years younger when you're 10. Oh my goodness, please. Kayla, at least you had cherries. I used juice. Can I... okay. I had a sip of my Dr. Pepper. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay now. But that's something I used to do when I was a kid. My friends and I, also in junior high, we used to take Barbies and we would pretend we were performing voodoo on them, and we would stick them in a tree. And there was a whole like PSA once around the school about don't engage in these activities and stop sticking things in the tree or we're going to tape it shut. But every time they would tape it shut, we would just cut it and then do it again. To make the superintendent upset. We wouldn't really do voodoo. We would pretend just to make the like superintendent upset because nobody liked her. I was 12. I was 13. You know, we were kids. Catherine, my mod, the lovely Miss Mortar, you know, she was one of them. She was a participant. We would do this all the time. I think the reason Weird Barbie exists, I think I'm the reason. I was terrible. But what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to make money now, apparently. Let's see what's in here. Paradise Planning from Nintendo. Oh, because I have the Animal Crossing Switch. Fun fact, that is the one that I have currently. That is the only one that I have at all. I'm gonna put it in my house. But the whole Sephora thing is very crazy. I also wanted to talk about the cat food. What? And feed it to the cat? Oh my god, Brooke, you're terrible. Oh my goodness, you're like that kid Sid from Toy Story. That was you with your toys, wasn't it? My little brother always had a penchant for ripping their heads off. What the freak? What is going on? Ariana Grande's new song. Can we talk about her song Yes And? What I find really convenient now is that now that the song dropped, TMZ is trying to come out and say that none of it happened, and that Ethan Slater says that he quotes from his wife that his wife said that she never said any of those things. What I would like to know is if it could come out of Ethan Slater's ex-wife's mouth and not out of a man who cheated on his wife after she was just involved in postpartum and just had their child 9 months earlier, to a woman who pretended to be friends with his wife just to sleep with him. Can we all jump Ariana? I feel like she just needs a good jump one time. Like, she just needs to be taught a lesson that that's not okay. Because the other thing people forget is, like, do we forget that Naya Rivera literally saw Ariana Grande sitting on her sofa when she was dating Big Sean, and then Big Sean broke up with her a month later? Or how even Ariana's last husband broke up with his girlfriend to get with Ariana and then marry her, and then Ariana cheats on him. And people say that allegedly her husband cheated on her, but there's been no evidence to back that up. There's been nothing to prove that. Mac Miller deserved better. I feel terrible for him. He deserved better from life in general. I feel terrible for him. She held the baby. That's the other thing too. She held the baby, which I think is crazy. And so that's wild. The other thing I wanted to talk about is Gypsy Rose Blanchard. I think people need to leave her alone, because people turned her into this influencer right when she came out of prison and were like, oh my god, Gypsy slays, Gypsy this. And the second she does interviews, and she does a lot with her husband, people start accusing her husband of being, you know, trigger word, but abuser, and, you know, being cruel to her. And they start accusing her marriage of being fake and how she's a terrible person. The D is fire. Stop. And people are starting to turn on her, and it's like, weren't you guys just Gypsy Rose team like 2 seconds ago, and now you don't like her? Like, what is going on? Thank God you don't like her too. I've been saying this for years. I'll be honest, I've never really necessarily liked Ariana ever since Jeanette McCurdy talked about her. I was always team Jeanette. I was like, something's up. If Jeanette McCurdy doesn't like her, there's a problem. I'm gonna place this right here just so I can keep everything in my house. But happy wife, happy life, please. The other thing I want to talk about is all of my Switch players out there and Animal Crossing players. I don't know if you're in the loop, but apparently a new Switch is going to be coming out this year in September. Now, I'm under the pretense that there's probably going to be a new Animal Crossing game, I'm sure. But I'm actually very upset by that, because I don't think we need to have a new one. I think Animal Crossing New Horizons could have been a game that they could have just kept adding expansions and adding more upon. We don't need to buy a whole new game. Why could they not have just added more into this one? September, yes, allegedly. That's what's being shared. I have no money, please. And it's very #PC fund. Jesus Christ. I have to take a picture for Miles. But I don't know. I'm just a little upset about the mistreatment of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and so I'm not too eager because I'm like, I feel like it's just going to be another Animal Crossing New Horizons game. They're going to charge more money for it because games cost more now. And, oh my god, my stupid island name. And it's just going to be the same quality of game. Unless they add more villagers, then I might freak out a little bit because y'all know I love my villagers. The last thing I wanted to talk about in terms of like current events is David. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about David Dobrik. I don't know if you guys have followed. Obviously, a lot of people in his circle have been accused of a multitude of like criminal things, and he himself has been accused of criminal things. And for some reason, he's like living it up in his life, and he's doing so even though Jeff Wittick is suing him for apparently, he still exists, apparently. He's suing him for, you know, getting on the excavator and wanting to get content instead of being worried about his friend, and swinging the excavator so hard that Jeff Wittick literally broke parts of his face and nearly lost his eye. Where is the other snowball? Do you guys see it? Am I blind? Do you guys see the other snowball? Am I blind? What? What? Where is the snowball? How am I supposed to make a snowman with one ball? Hello? All the way over here? How am I supposed to get... You should be the next one. You were kicking? It's not. It's all the way over here. Okay, we're gonna just try. Someone said the other day that Pete Davidson must be slang. Brooke, Jesus Christ. But I find that whole situation to be crazy, and I intend to do a whole video on that because I think that's a whole mess in of itself that not enough people are talking about. But the other thing I want to talk about also is, I guess there's been updates on Colleen Ballinger and how she's like trying to play victim still and say that everything was lies and that all the accusations aren't true, and how she's losing out on going on Broadway, and my character looks so stupid, and a multitude of other things because of it, when really it's like, girl, you're losing out on that because you tried grooming minors into doing your dirty work. Like, what are you talking about? Including sending pictures of Trisha Paytas to minors of like her corn work, which is crazy, which is behind a paywall as well. Okay, I think that's good enough. Let me grab this one. And there's just been a lot happening that I've been missing because I've been so MIA again from healing, and I was about to say school, from work. One thing I did want to say though, speaking of school, I am somewhat considering, if I get a job, you know, if I'm fortunate enough to get a new job that'll pay for my schooling, I am contemplating going back to school for some kind of master's degree. Did I do it? Wait, you guys, did I make a perfect snowman? Did I make a perfect snowman? Am I gonna get a copyright strike? You are not Elsa? Briley, be quiet. You be quiet. Work, making a hit list for 2024? Jesus Christ. But I've just been missing so much, and I've been really disconnected. I've also been pursuing talking more so about real life events and trying to spread awareness and petitions and sign things of that regard, which has been hard. But I'm also now preparing, because next month is my birthday, and it's on a Saturday, obviously. It's February 10th. And I am probably going to host like something small at my house with friends and family. I actually have an idea for a cake. Shout out to Briley actually for sending me this photo. It's a cake that just has a bunch of Josh Hutcherson pictures on it. That is going to be my cake. That's gonna be my cake. You're sick. Y'all see this bitch treatment? She's the one that sent me the picture and then she's telling me I'm sick. Leave that poor man alone. No. And so that's gonna be my cake. Last year it was SpongeBob, and it was SpongeBob like saying what's funnier than 24 because I've turned 25. I am turning 26. You're awesome. Please. So, you know, that's that. Picture of the fire team, please. My birthday's on the Lunar New Year. It is? Is that the day of the Lunar New Year? Road to 30? Shut up, Briley. The way she deleted before I could screenshot. She's very quick about that. You're my fave senior streamer. I'm so sick of you. And so that's going to be my cake. And I'm obviously going to do things with like my family, and then Kat will probably come over, and Kim and my friend Monique. I have a very small friend circle, but you know, it's an awesome friend circle. Plenty of time before 30. Yeah, I have about 4 years, you know. I have plenty to go. That's the cake I want for my birthday, the SpongeBob. 25? Oh my God, Rosie. The way I had to do the math. Jesus. That's okay. How long have I been streaming? Oh my God, it's been an hour and 30 minutes. Jesus. I do have an event I have to go to, so I may end up stopping here. But I did want to say again, before I do end stream, I had, I've been very clear about how I'm not necessarily looking into growing my channel for the sake of making this my main income, but I want to be able to have emotes on my channel. And the way that we are very close to 500 subs, I think we're sitting at like 420, 430, something like that, which is very insane. And then on top of that, also somehow, some way, my last video is over 500 views, which blows my mind. Again, I know I said it before, and I don't really check that often. But when I was going on to live stream today, I saw the viewer count and I was like, what the hell is going on? I mean, I'm really happy because that last video really went in detail about, you know, my condition and the things that I'm dealing with. And so I'm glad that's the first video a lot of people saw. If you're new, hi, welcome in. Love you, appreciate you. I saw all the new subs. You're much appreciated. But it's kind of scary growing. It's kind of a little bit frightening. I'm very grateful though, and I'm very fortunate, and I cannot wait till we can at least have our emotes. That is all I want, is just to be able to see my chat filled with a bunch of stupid little emotes that I'm going to have, and all these weird ideas that I'm going to commission, you know, from a few different people. So there's different styles. Emote it up, please. You deserve the world. Thank you. You deserve it. Stop. Glad you're feeling better and have answers. I'm very, very happy that medically I'm getting the help that I need, because I was feeling so stuck that whole last month. And I'll be frank, you know, I was very, very down in the dumps. My mood was not okay. And now that I have an idea and I know that I'm, you know, doing better and that there's a solution for me, I'm feeling a lot less terrified about it. So I'm very, very grateful, and I'm very lucky to be able to have access to specialists for that. So you put so much effort into this channel. Thank you. You're very sweet. Thank you, Katie. You stop it. But, you know, I hope to be able to stream more soon, especially if I do end up getting remote work. That'll obviously be happening a lot more often, but we'll have to see what life throws at me, you know. it changes day to day. It's always different. So we just have to wait it up and see what happens. But I am going to have to end stream. Jeez, I'm trying to look at my subs. I don't see anyone streaming. Yeah, no one in my box is streaming, so I'm just gonna let y'all go where you want to go. Let you do what you want to do. I'll throw something. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go, Briley. Thank you all for being here. Again, for the constant support. It's very unprecedented, but very welcome, and I very much appreciate it. Thank you for listening to me ramble. As always, please go sub to everyone who popped through who has a channel. Brooke, AJ, Rosie, I know Brings was in here, Kayla, Nikki, Razzie, Aurelius, Jesus, who else was in here? Fave Tapper? Well, thank you. Anyone else who was in here? I'm trying to think. Oh my god. Classy was in here as well. You know, anyone that I've missed. Nora was in here. Jesus. Please go sub to Nora as well. Very, very talented, and I don't say that about just anyone. I sincerely mean it. And you don't want to follow me? You stop it, Rosie. But please go support everyone. You know, everyone is great, and anyone that I'm endorsing here, I'm endorsing it for a reason, and I'm doing it out of sincerity. That is all it is, because I really love these people. I think that they're genuinely great people, and I think that you should go show some love, especially if their content aligns with, you know, what you're interested in. So please go show them love there. I am going to hop off now and go to an event with my sister. I think she's here, so I'm just gonna get dressed and then probably head out. But I love you all very much. Please take care of yourselves. Please be safe, and I will probably see you in my community tab or in my Discord somewhere or in someone else's stream, because I am everywhere. So have a great day. Take care of yourselves, girlies, fellers, everyone in between. And yeah, I don't know how to end things, so I'm just gonna bye.